Hey, what's up guys, it's Matt, doing something slightly different today. Finally gonna kind of go out and do some kind of photography stuff. So yeah, basically what I'm gonna be out and about playing with today is this. For those of you that don't know what this is a Polaroid SX-70 camera. It was produced back in the 1970s and it is actually a SLR. There are mirrors in here and it opens up, ta-da, like so. So yeah, quite a fun camera. I think everyone loves a Polaroid. You kind of get that certain look with Polaroids that you just don't get from other types of cameras. Unlike today's sort of modern Polaroid one-step cameras, this thing is a little bit more tricky to use. The film for it has a set ISO of 100, so it's quite difficult to use in sort of low light situations. If you try and take a photo with this indoors, you're not going to have much luck. You do need to have a flash. There are disposable flashes that you can buy, or there's a company called Mint who made this electronic flash, and that simply just kind of goes up on the top there and you're good to go. Natural daylight, even on kind of like cloudy days, is usually enough so that the images are exposed properly. You've got your focusing wheel here, and then you have this wheel here to sort of adjust the exposure. You've kind of got to play it by ear, really. Most of the time it's okay in the middle. Until you have a look at the photo, you're not really going to know though. Apparently, I already have a pack of film in here. I don't know whether it's black or white or colour, so that's going to be a surprise when we're out and about. As you can see, it says I've got 7 shots in there. Now that's not entirely true. So this is refurbished by a company called Polaroid Originals. Polaroid went bankrupt a few years ago. Polaroid Originals kind of have taken over, and they've basically done a job of kind of like refurbishing a lot of old Polaroid cameras. That's where I got this from. So back in the day, originally in the 70s when this was being used, a pack of Polaroid film had 10 exposures in, so 10 photos that you could take on it. Now modern film that they make only has 8, so even though this says 7 on the back of it, I've actually got 5 pictures left on it. We're in autumn time now, you know, leaves are falling off trees, colours are changing. It's actually a somewhat sunny, beautiful day outside, so I thought I'd wander down to the local park and yeah, take some photos. Lots of leaves, lots of nice shadow and kind of sunshine going through, and yeah, I need to see whether or not it's going to be black or white or colour, because I'm really hoping it's colour, because I think black and white is going to be completely pointless. So yeah, you know what, let's go for it. Let's take the first one. It's black and white, it's definitely black and white. Right, okay, so shot number 2, really like the bench with sort of all the leaves and the shadow here, so we are gonna take a snap of that. So that's number 2 done. I guess I'll pop it there so you can see how that turned out. Okay, time for shot number 3. I couldn't come to this park and not take one of it, so here we go. Right, there we go, number 3. Be here somewhere. Hopefully it turned out alright. Don't you just absolutely love that noise? Just the crunching of leaves under your feet during autumn. Obviously couldn't come taking photos of the park in autumn without just, yeah, the floor with all the leaves. Would have been better if I had colour film in the camera, but you know, like, we work with what we got. So here we go, shot number 4. Okay, I took the last shot, I didn't film it, but yeah, it's there of the trees. So yeah, you guys have seen them, I haven't seen them, so I'm gonna go back, have a look at them, and then kind of, yeah, talk through them. I've now had a chance to look at all 5 of the photos. Yeah, I mean, it goes without saying that it would have been better if it had been colour film in there, but obviously I was just using what was in there. But I think, as I said, autumn, you know, sort of rich colours happening, colour film would have been far better. Overall though, I'm kind of somewhat happy with how they all turned out. Those two I do really like. Again, would have been a lot nicer in colour. I would probably go back and do them again in colour. Bandstand one, don't know what this streak is, sort of down the middle of it there, like glare or something on the lens. Overall though, the sort of general exposure of it is quite nice. Now it's these two where the exposure's kind of messed up a little bit. Obviously you've got quite a contrast between the highlights and then the shadows, so the camera, you know, kind of struggled to sort of, you know, pick up well on both of them. But, you know, it's Polaroid from the 1970s, so that's kind of understandable. There's probably more that I could have done to have prevented that, you know, to sort of got an all-round general better exposure. But, you know, I'm still learning how to use it. It's all a learning experience. Overall, for me, that's my favourite shot that I took. I don't know, I really like that one. So like I said, this was basically a experiment for a photo challenge that I want to do myself, which is basically my Manchester Polaroid photo challenge. You get 8 shots per pack of Polaroid film. I want to go around Manchester and take 8 photos that, for me, kind of, you know, embody and summarise Manchester. So that's something that I'm going to be doing in the near future. I do, however, need your help. At the moment, I'm torn between using colour film or black and white film. Part of me wants to lean towards black and white and go do it on like a rainy day, because Manchester's got this whole reputation for being like dull and rainy all the time. But then part of me wants to just do it in colour and, you know, show that Manchester isn't like dull and grey. I don't really know which way to go. So, you know, please comment on this video, let me know your opinions. What do you reckon? Should I do it black and white? Should I do it in colour? And what one shot would you take? If you had to take one photograph that summarised Manchester, what would that be a shot of? And I may possibly incorporate it into my photo challenge. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Yeah, if you have, give it a like, give it the thumbs up. Do subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try, I promise, I'm going to try and do more interesting things like this. Still going to do a lot of film reviews, but I'm going to try and do more things like this. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Oh, and subscribe to the channel. Do that. Subscribe.